look around on your 3173 RLP Astoria, fifth wheel. So here we have your pin box with your kingpin and everything. While pulling this, we always recommend a grease plate that just a plate that snaps on here, so it just keeps everything nice and smooth. You can purchase that here at SETZER'S. You have your battery, your disconnect. So this is your main disconnect. It'll say off and on. So all you do is you turn it off, you just pretty much turn it off. Turn it on, you just turn it on. So here we have your tire prep. It's just a prep, so if you decide to purchase that, which you can through SETZER'S website, and it just plugs in there and it's all Bluetooth. So you have here is your brain for your leveling system. So all these fuses run your rear right, your right front, your left front. So try not to, when you're packing for camping, try not to pile up stuff too high to be putting any pressure against these wires. So spare tire, your starting kit, water regulator. This has got sewer hose, water hose, your black tank kind of cleaner. So with your leveling systems, so these guys right here extend your feet up and down. So whenever you go to camp, I usually say 6 to 8 holes showing, depending on where you're camping. You can use blocks, which I do recommend, especially if it's on wet grass or soft ground. So but 6 to 8 holes, and then once you get that both sides the same, then you can run your leveling system. Here is all your information: tire size, weight, pressure, all the information you need to know for camping. Here are your 30-pound LP tanks. You have one here, one on the other side. Inside here is your regulator. See how it's green? So to switch tanks, you would just back and forth, one at a time. I usually tell people one at a time. Don't use both tanks, because if this goes red and you have both tanks open, that means both your tanks are empty. So if you just do one at a time, you can always keep track of your tanks. So inside here is your pass-through compartment. You have your leveling control right there. You pretty much power it up, because right now we are not level. But if you see these blinking, there's no problem. It just tells you that's the lowest point of your camper. So like the right rear is just sitting a little lower than the front. So don't be alarmed or anything like that. You can go through here. You pretty much, there's your auto hitch. Your auto hitch is to remember where you unhooked. So once you auto level, this actually takes a screenshot of your pin box and remember. So when you go to rehook up to your truck, you press auto hitch and it brings the hitch back to the truck of the level of the truck to hook back up. So there's your auto retract all. That pretty much will bring up all your jacks and everything. Auto retract rear, that is just to bring up your rear. And then your manual. So you press enter, then you can go in here and manually move your jacks. So pretty much you can actually press retract. All you do is press front and it'll lower the front, or so your front just runs your front, and then your rear, right rear, left rear, stuff like that. When you go into manual mode, you press enter. So if you want to do your right rear, you would hold both of them just like that. If I want to do my left rear, just like that. If I want to do just each individual jack, you would just like your right front, you just go like that, and moves. And then when you're done and everything else, pretty much power it off. Here we have where your water connections are. So you have your city connection, which we always use a regulator. You have your winterize. You pretty much put a hose on this, put your jug here, turn your water pump on, and it just pulls it out of the jug. So when you're winterizing, you always want to make sure that you bypass your water here. So here's normal, so your camping mode. If you want to winterize, just turn it up just like that. This is your little quick connect for your water hose. You take a water hose and just pop it in there and it's activated. You have your light and you have your cable and satellite hookup. your black and your gray knife valves. Always want to make sure that you pour your black first when you're dumping. You close it, then pour your gray. Your gray is kind of your cleaner water, so it'll clean out your sewer hose. So with your black tank, this is your black tank flush. So you hook a water hose up to this, and it goes directly to your black tank, and it flushes it out. Everybody uses it most of the time when they're dumping, when they're leaving the campsite. It doesn't hurt, you know, to always kind of clean out the black tank, keep it smelling good and stuff like that. So here is your Insta-Hot water heater. So anything really out here, there's not really much to do. You have your fuse, and then you have your main switch. I is ignition, O is off. So once you turn this off, like the inside will not work at all. So the only time you really need to turn it off is if you're done for the year, winterizing, you know, you're storing it, you just come out here and you just turn the switch off, and that's it. When you're winterizing, one important thing to remember with these Insta-Hots, act like you're camping. You don't have to bypass this. You can if you want with the bypass, but it does not hurt if you put antifreeze in these things. I always recommend it because if you do not get all the water out of them, there could be, you know, potentially you could freeze and break it. So it doesn't hurt to put antifreeze through these. So you have furnace, just an exhaust, so hot air comes out when you turn your furnace on. Underneath here is your termination. So up there you had a black and a gray. Down here you have another gray tank. So you have 2 gray tanks and 1 black tank. So you can pull this one after you get done dumping your black tank. So sewer cap, it pretty much just goes on there, and that's it. So you have your kitchen slide, and they're all cables. So one little thing to use for cable slides every once in a while for, you know, if you run this a lot, come out here and just snug, make sure all these are snug. I mean, that's just a little thing that I always tell customers to do with cable slides. This is your shore cord connection, which your brand new shore cord is up in your front compartment. This is just a shop. So you have your fresh tank fill. It's a gravity fill. You just put your water hose in there, turn your water on, and fill your tank. Underneath there is a drain right there. That is your fresh tank drain. So if you're done using your fresh tank, all you have to do is open it and drain it. So you have a prep for a Furion backup camera, which you can purchase at through SETZER'S. It's just a pre-wired, just plug and play. So runs off your marker lights. So when you get a camera, you turn your marker lights on, and the camera Bluetooth comes right on. This is for your outside grill. It just pretty much hooks on there, and you can set your grill right here, because underneath you have a quick connect that you can hook your grill to. So this is your dinette slide, your TV mount. So you can hook your 110, you can hook a TV up right here, in which these mounts here at SETZER'S, we sell them too also. So here we have your shore cord in the box. You have your griddle and everything. Always make sure before using this, throw some bacon on there, season it real good and everything, so get all that new smell off of it. This is your solar control. So you have solar panel, so it is charging. It just tells you what it's doing. So if you want to go through here, it just tells you how many volts you're pulling, your battery, and it says bulk. That means the shore cord is charging the battery right now. So if you would unplug the shore cord, your solar panel would take over once it needs battery. This is your on and off disconnect for your solar. So if I turn this off, it pretty much kills the solar. See, there's nothing. So, but yeah, you don't have to. The only time you really need to turn that off is if like you're done camping and it's winterizing and you're done for the year. So usually during camping, keep it on. So you have your outside speakers. They both have LED lights and everything. You have your awning. You actually have 2 awnings, one on your slide and one your main patio. So it's all operating. So one thing to remember with your awnings, just Always make sure if you're not going to be with your camper, always roll them in. If you're going to bed, roll them in. So, all right, that's the outside. If you give me a minute, I will get up on the roof. We'll show you that, and see you in a minute. Welcome back. So now I'm up on your roof. Kind of give you a little look at everything up here. That's just your vent. So you have your skylight, you know, your vents, your solar panel, which, you know, during the only thing with solar is just if, you know, if it gets covered, it just won't charge. So if you get snow on it or something like that, it doesn't hurt every once in a while to come up here and just kind of clean it off. It's just regular cleaner. So you got more of your vents, AC, that is your antenna, your wind guard antenna. So anytime that you are sealing your roof, you always want to use lap sealing. Like anywhere that's a flat surface, you would want to use self-leveling. Anywhere that it's a round surface, like the edge of the roof, you would use non-leveling. Dicor, alpha, any kind of lap sealant for rubber roofs. Do not use silicone on a rubber roof, it will not stick. So, all right, well, I'm gonna jump back down and I will see you in a little bit on the inside. Welcome back. So we're inside of your fifth wheel. I'm just going to go over a few things and how everything operates. With your fridge, you have your Furrion fridge. It's a 12-volt fridge. So you hold the lock button until it unlocks. So once it unlocks, you can go through all your functions. So your functions, that is your solar, that is your refrigerator, super refrigerator. This one's your super freeze, and then you can just go through. So to change just your operate, you would just press your buttons just like that. So this is a traveling lock. Always make sure it just unscrews, so always make sure you put that on before traveling. Oven, you know, you got your glass top and everything. You have your 3 burners, your oven, and your igniter. It pretty much just turns one way. You turn it on, push it in, and she lights. So always make sure too to let it cool down before you put your glass top down. Pantry, so storage, you have your fireplace, radio, and your TV. Traveling strap, always make sure that that's on before traveling. You have all your blinds that are just pull down, your outlets, USBs, recliners. You have your little straps on the side to recline. Storage, dinette table. So you got your little, and this guy right here, he's a little storage guy. He just opens up and you can put stuff in here. Below, right here is your fuse box. It's got all your breakers, 12-volt side and everything. That's your LP and CO detector. Your smoke detector is right above on the ceiling, right before your bedroom. So here we have all of our operations. You have your lights. You know, these are all like your island lights and everything. Your AC, pretty much long press to turn it on. And then you can go through your modes. So you got your dry, your cool, your fan, or your heat, your fan. To turn it off, you would long press it and it just shuts it off. Your max air vent, and then all your slides, your awnings, water pump, your awning light, your interior light, and this is all motion detected. So once this times out, if you wave your hand in front of it or walk past it, it lights up. Your battery level, and then all your tags. And then your connect. Once you download the app, you would just press that and that you can connect your phone. So here we have your bathroom, your shower and everything. Always make sure too, you have traveling lock here and here, so you can travel, you can lock it from both sides. Always make sure that that's locked in position before traveling. Over here is your water heater for your Instant. So you can turn it off and on. So you can turn down the temperature. 115 is a good starting temperature. I mean, you can go clear, it goes clear down to 90, I believe. 95. So So you have your vent. You know, you open it like that, turn your fan on, just make sure all your vents are closed and everything. So in here's your bedroom. So your storage underneath your bed, and then your other AC. So right now it's on cool, as you see. There's your fan, low, high. If I want to turn it off, just do like I did the other one, long press it and it turns it off. So you have your quick cool. So this will shoot air straight down. It takes it away from your vents. Once you close it, it goes all back to your vents. So you have your closet door. You have one traveling lock right down here. You just twist and it locks the door so it can't move. You have where your prep is for your washer and dryer. You have it that is a GFCI resettable breaker. So TV, you have your antenna booster and your Wi-Fi booster. So if you're dry camping or somewhere where you're not hooked to anything, you would want to make sure that your TV booster is on to do a channel search to pick up channels using your antenna. So, all right, that'll be about it for the inside. So thank you guys again for shopping at SETZER'S, and congratulations.